laziness at its finest.
My name is Rebecca Coben. I'm a teacher at Sullivan High School. Okay. My name is Rebecca Coben, R-E-B-E-C-C-A, C-O-V as in violin, E-N. I'm a teacher at Sullivan High School, and we're here today to demand safe learning conditions for staff and students in schools. We want to be learning in person with our schools. And there are ways to learn in person safely, but CPS has refused to put those safety measures in place. So we are here today to demand safety measures for us and our students. That's right.
Okay, you know the mantra. You just jump on to that straight. Thank you. Are you ready? Hello, good afternoon, Chicago. My name is Tara Stamps. That's T-A-R-A-S-T-A-M-P-S. I'm a 26-year veteran with Chicago Public Schools. I currently run the We Care program for mentoring for the Chicago Teachers Union. And I'm out here today because teachers and educators and school staff are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. It makes no sense at all that we would have to be outside in 12 degrees to drive home the point of safety. What Chicago Teachers Union has demanded of our city is that they demonstrate civil compassion. That's it. Tests to make sure the staff and the students are safe before they enter the building. That's just common sense. Once they get in the building, make sure there's screening process in place so that we can detect early positive cases and go into a plan of action to keep our buildings safe. That's a no-brainer. Make sure that the ventilation systems are up to par to keep the air clean. Make sure that teachers and students and school communities have the proper equipment in place to ensure their safety. The city is now at a 23% positivity rate. We have run out of hospital beds. Many of those beds are being filled with young children and teens. So the idea and the lies that Arwadi, I don't know how you live with yourself, telling these medical lies. I don't know how you live with yourself, Lyford, when your child, the school that your child attends, have all of the things that we're asking for in place. How is it that it's good for your child that's a citizen of Chicago, but it's not good for the rest of the citizens of Chicago and their children? And the lockout, it's petty and it's frivolous and it only hurts our children. And the lockout, put a matrix in place, a safety matrix in place. Ensure that we're going to be safe in our buildings to the best of your ability, because this virus is morphing all the time. We are now entering year 2. I've been a teacher for 26 years. When I give my students a study guide, it's so that they can anticipate what's on the test. How is it that you are still failing the test and you got all the answers? I don't know.
Thank you all for being here. You know, we take zero pleasure in having to do a mass action like this to bring attention to the mitigations that are not in our school communities. We know better than anyone how detrimental the pandemic has been on our students, their families, because the students that we teach, we're in relationship with them. You see the members behind me, they are parents as well. They have children who are in the Chicago Public Schools. I have 3 children who are in the Chicago Public Schools. The point we want to make, and I want to make this point really clearly, is that we believe that our schools can be open safely. The difficulty of that is that the mitigations aren't in place. Joe Biden's administration sent Chicago $2 billion to put testing in place, to ensure staffing, to make sure that we had a shot at vaccinating people. I'm sure you all saw the debacle over the holiday break with testing here in Chicago. The vast amount of tests that they purchased, they were invalidated because the collection was poor. Vaccination rates for our elementary school students, 70% of our elementary school students are unvaccinated. Only 50% of our high school students are vaccinated. That's a problem, to be honest with you. Beyond that, staffing. And I also want to underscore this, because I keep hearing that our students are missing valuable instruction. Valuable instruction is not what's happening right now. It wasn't happening Monday. It did not happen yesterday. What was happening is that our children were being warehoused in cafeterias, auditoriums, and gymnasiums. They were doubled up, tripled up, because our instructors, our paraprofessionals, our clerks, our paras are homesick. We were already suffering from a sub-crisis prior to this new variant. It's been exacerbated. The administration of the COVID recovery funds from the Biden administration here in Chicago has not happened. Has not happened. We do not have a way of tracking the money. Yesterday, our boss, the mayor, said that they have spent $100 million. We got $2 billion. Yesterday, she said that our children are not getting the social emotional support that they deserve. She's right, because they refuse to hire social workers, counselors, nurses. There is no curriculum that is helping people cope with this. She said learning loss, but she also didn't say that we have put in funding for recovery, because they have not. So she can use the talking points. She does that well. But ask her, how much money have they spent ameliorating the gaps that she talks about? Ask her, where are the funds to ensure that our students have mental health care supports? Ask her, how can you give good instruction if you have classrooms that are just staffed with warm bodies? Today we heard a report that one of our custodians was dancing with our pre-K students because there's no one there. You understand? That's not because of a remote action. That's because people are sick. This is to make sure that the funds are put in place. We will not make it until spring break. We don't just want to go inside of the building. We want to remain in the building. We want to. School districts need to hire substitutes in the building and have them in the building consistently. That's been a part of our proposal since last summer.
Session, has there been any progress? Is it still going on right now?
It's still going on right now. I broke away to be here in support of our members. And look at them. They don't deserve this. They shouldn't have to demand this. They should be in their classrooms figuring out how to, input grades or figuring out tomorrow's lesson. Keep on playing that. Okay. All right.
Thank you.